Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. Now, I apologize, it's a little bit of a late episode, but I'm sure you're all badasses and staying up late to watch this good stuff. And yeah, I have this game up against Arsenal. I believe it is a European League game, one of the ties I had. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And what's starting to really drive me crazy is the fact that it keeps resetting my default formation to a 4-4-1-1, and it's so annoying. And before you guys say, Cal, you have to change it by going to squad and then team management, and then that'll make it a default one. Don't do it right before the game. I've done that, but it's every time I load up every time I reload my career mode. So every time I turn off my Xbox, turn it back on, or go on a different game or something, and it just makes it so annoying and is driving me crazy. But I suppose not everything in life can be that easy. But Merkel there on pretty much no health manages to get a really lucky deflection, and again and again. Yeah, I got really lucky there, but Muriel manages to clean up the scraps, put in a goal, and Muriel is, I think he's coming up to around 40 goals for the entire season across all competitions, and I believe we still have, what, 5 games left, something like that. I mean, well, 5 league games anyways, a few other games to do in the other competitions, especially if I can continue through this Euro League, which for me would just be fantastic. But this was the second leg, and it was 1-1 in the 90th minute, and if it stayed like this, I wouldn't have gone through. But none other than, you guys are thinking Muriel. I apologize, guys, it's not Muriel to save the day, but he does actually kind of create it. But it was Pogba in the 90th minute, meant that I go through. If it stayed at 1-1, we would have been equal 3-3 on aggregate, but Arsenal scored 2 away from home, and so that means they would have gone through based on away goals, so that could have been devastating. But a 90th minute savior from Pogba. I was actually ready just to be like, I can't believe I'm out of the Euro, but fortunately for me, I got pretty lucky. And well, Pogba did the damage, but there we go. Now we move on to the quarterfinals up against Marseille, by the looks of things, who beat Roma 5-3. Liverpool there going through as well, who beat Porto 3-2, and they'll be going up against Newcastle. So definitely some Premier League sides moving on through. I don't think any of them there are not moving on through. Obviously, I did play against Arsenal, and they're not going through, but all the other Premier League teams are going through. I also got an offer from the Netherlands. I mean, these are some awesome offers. I got obviously the France one. I've got the England one, the Netherlands one. I also have Switzerland, and those are really cool offers. Like I said, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer just to really max out, see how long, see if I could get anyone else. I've got a question for you guys though. Now I am focusing on my career, so it's a little bit of an important decision. And if I got what do you call it? If I got an offer from Brazil, or what other countries are there that are just really prestigious? Or Germany. So if I got one from Germany, Brazil, and England, tell me, guys, which one would you guys choose? Out of all those, let me know in the comments. Would you go for the England one? Would you go for the Brazil one? Or would you go for the Germany one? I hope I can get the Brazil and Germany offers to kind of, recreate that sort of situation, see what I would do in my position. But from what I've heard, the England international management job is actually sometimes pretty rare to get, so I don't know whether I should be throwing away this opportunity by choosing one of the other teams, but for sure let me know, guys, in the comments. I am really actually interested, because if something like that does pop up, I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I had a game up against Aston Villa, and like you guys know, it is crucial that I win pretty much every game from now on. The main competition for me is Arsenal, because we're battling between 4th place at the moment. They're kind of doing really good on their part, but I did take a look at their fixtures, and they've got the likes of Man City, they've got Liverpool, they've got some big games ahead of them, and ones that I'm really hoping they drop points on. But there's no point in, if they drop points, I've got to make sure I take all 3 points every game. But fortunately for me, the fans and everyone are happy that my Lovren choice is paying off, and he got 9.9 rating in the last game, which is just stupidly awesome. Really happy with that. I actually played a 3-5-2 in that game. I wanted to try that out. I kind of think I might, gear a team towards that sort of formation. Not too sure yet, but I do know the season is actually coming up to the end, kind of. And when that happens, I'm going to be bringing in some big players again. Like, I mean, I brought in Goetze, and I also brought in Lovren. For me, those are two pretty big players, but I want to bring in some more, but we'll just have to wait and see. Insigne there actually said, that he was very, impressed for himself that he was doing well in the team, and he was concerned that he wasn't involved in the squad for the game against Wolfsburg. And I was like, you know what, I might as well if I'm going to play this 3-5-2. He actually fits in well in a left or right mid position for the reason that he's got really quite good pace on him, got good ball control, but I will admit that his stamina does get low pretty quickly, so that's something to keep an eye out if you do want to play Insigne on that left or right mid. But I wanted to make sure he was happy because it's always important that your players are happy, and you'll find that they perform very well, especially if they come to you beforehand and are like, I'd really appreciate if you could play me in the next game. For some reason, I find that they just seem to do really well if you do decide to play him on. But a great ball through to El Shaarawy, and El Shaarawy has just, he's really improved his pace, so he's actually able to, blitz past the defender there. I would have said when I first purchased him, he wouldn't have been able to do that. It's just, he's definitely worked on his pace, and it's really good because it allows me to do, certain plays like that, over the top through balls with El Shaarawy instead of having Muriel always on the other end of it. But El Shaarawy, again, turns the defender really nicely, and another rocket of a shot. His shot is just stupid these days. Him and Muriel both have cracking shots, but the way he turned the defender there was fantastic, but some slightly poor defending on my part here. Gives him way too much space, and he actually nutmegs me there for the goal. A little bit disappointing, but Bruno got his team a goal, but it was nothing more than a consolation goal. But this is a two-legged sort of fixture, so I won 2-1 there, but I'll have to go and play again against them and hopefully do well again. But 2 goals there, pretty crucial that, but we'll just have to see if if they'll be able to do anything in the next leg, really. Got a game up against Wigan as well. I'm really putting out the really strong teams because I really do not want to lose points. I can't afford to lose points. And although that means sometimes there could be some fitness issues, I will say it's actually paying off. But I have to make sure that none of my players, get to a really low fitness level to the point where it's, slightly worrying and they could be out for a couple months, because that would be really bad. I actually decided to play Mbaye in the left midfield position for fitness reasons, and it actually worked out very well. I really like the way it sort of shaped up. He does bomb down that left mid really well, and he played well for the team, so I'm happy about that. But the game against Wigan was an away game, and I went 2-0 up, pretty comfortable, feeling good about it all. And this is the last game I'll show you guys this episode, but a nice cut back into El Shaarawy, and El Shaarawy is just some OP mofo. But a fantastic finish by Muriel there, all really done through El Shaarawy, who made the bombing run forward, and a nice goal. Those sort of goals are the ones that I like, the ones where you pass quite a bit and then it's a simple walking it into the back of the net. But Muriel, like I said, he's coming up to 40 goals for this season, which is really absurd. So I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait to see what sort of offers I'm going to be getting for him come the summer transfer window. What do you guys expect that I'll be getting? Maybe I'm kind of expecting around the 50 million marker. I'm not too sure. Maybe more. Maybe even 60 million. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see for this summer, because I'm really excited to see what happens and how it all pans out. Especially if I get a 4th place spot, I'll be really inspired to do well in the Champions League. But that'll do it. A goal from Dicko there, who seals up the episode. And I hope you guys did all enjoy this video. If you did, then leaving a like is so much appreciated. You guys don't understand. A 9.9 rating from El Shaarawy is a nice little treat for that little game there against Wigan, where we won 4-1. But that'll do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all in a bit. Bye-bye.